Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Today is April 12th, 2014, Saturday. I'm speaking with Mr. Sankar Datta. This interview is being conducted in New York City. Mr. Datta, where is your desh?
Bengal, East Bengal,
And where in East Bengal?
Borishal.
Where in Borishal?
Borishal district.
Yes.
Patuakhali ki Bangla bolbo.
No, say in English better.
Under district of Borishal,
Yeah.
Patuakhali city.
Portugal. But now it's Portugal is
Now it is Patuakhali district itself.
And within the city itself?
In the city itself.
So
yes.
did you grow up? What's the neighborhood of Portuakhali? What neighborhood you grew up in?
In main Nutan Bazar.
Nutan Bazar.
Small town.
So did you grow up in that?
Yes, yes.
How many? Did you go to school there?
Yes.
So do you remember the name of the school?
Jubilee School.
Jubilee School.
Why should I remember? Okay.
No. Many people don't. So how did you used to go to school?
How did you go to school?
Yes. Did you go by bus, by taxi?
It is walking distance.
Walking.
Whole city, there was no rickshaw even.
Oh, no rickshaw.
No rickshaw.
So you used to walk. How many up to what grade did you study there?
Up to class 6.
Class 6. So the class was mixed, mostly Muslim, mostly Hindu, Hindu-Muslim mixed.
Hindu-Muslim mixed, but Hindu was more than the Muslim.
At that time, okay.
No, hold on, let me. Patuakhali Shahar
or the city?
is a district now. Now it is a city, and for some reason, 70-80% was Hindus.
Okay.
But Muslims was all around the village, but in the city, fully dominated by the Hindus.
Okay.
And the population of the school, mainly Hindus, Muslim students was there, and among the teacher, 80% or 80% was Hindu teachers.
Okay. Okay.
Which is the case all over Bengal.
Okay.
All East Bengal.
Yes. Now, do you know how many generations your family lived there? In
if the word indigenous, we are the indigenous people.
Yeah. So generations and generations.
Yes.
Many generations. What's the name of your parents?
Name of my parents name of my
parents.
Parents, Photik Datta and Charubala Datta.
And what was their profession?
My father was a businessman, printing business.
Okay.
And journalism, more or less.
And how many brothers and sisters you had?
I have no brother. I have me and my 5 sisters.
Now, as you grew up, how was your house like? Was it a?
It is a tin building.
Tin shed.
Tin shed. When the roof is tin, which was 95%
buildings.
Or 98% buildings was there.
Yeah.
Only few buildings was the brick and concrete, whatever.
Yeah, but what about thatched roof?
No, there no thatched roof. All the buildings was tin roofed, and even corrugated tin shed, tin side.
Sides, okay.
Side, that was the picture all over Bengal, I think.
Yeah.
Roof, sloped, corrugated tin.
Yeah.
And side also corrugated. Which is, I don't know why the side. It was the hot climate, should not be side corrugated, but it was.
Yeah. How was the population of Patuakhali at that time? You have any idea how many thousands?
Patuakhali Shahar?
Yeah.
We used to know, there was no rickshaw.
Okay, so it was pretty small.
But one funny thing, there was a corporation water was there, municipality water, which is very uncommon.
Okay.
And there was no electricity.
Okay.
But the road was brick roads.
Okay.
And
you walked. Okay. So your neighborhood also was mostly Hindus. And
spotted, you will not hear us all the
did you, as you walked to the school?
Most of them are Hindus.
Okay. So did you have to have somebody guide take you, or you walk by yourself?
I walk by yourself.
Or even as a child?
Yes.
Okay. So as you grow up, so tell us a little bit about the time when your family had to go to India. What was, do you remember that when and what time they went to India?
Yes, I had two grown-up sisters and
Okay.
two younger sisters, two elder sisters.
How old were they at that time?
Just
Okay.
when he was there, I left. But before we left, it went by part by part.
Okay.
First of all, my father decided to take my sisters, two sisters, away from Bangladesh and came to the relation in Calcutta.
So he brought them and
I'm answering that. Okay.
Okay,
Then you question again. Then they went there. They admitted in school there. But then I used to go and come. Me means me and my two younger sisters and my mother and father. This is the remaining
Okay.
family. We eventually, I don't know exactly, I think moved 51 or 52.
Okay.
But between 48 when my sisters went, or 49, and 52, I went to Calcutta quite few times.
Okay.
So that was my father. My father was trying to fish around, see what can he do.
Okay. So why did he take them to Calcutta?
Calcutta, because Calcutta was the epicenter of the Bengali culture.
Okay.
Number one, it was for two reasons. The effect of the riot that happened in 48 or something, and 48, 49, I think.
In Barishal.
In Barishal,
Okay.
but quite seriously.
Yes.
That prompted, but all otherwise also Hindus was about to leave, but people who didn't have a means, they stayed back. They were forced to, and the rioting. When rioting happened, that was the final call. So we have to go.
Oh, I see.
So
First, then there was a transition period. First, they took
because the country was divided based on religion.
Yeah.
When we were Hindus in Calcutta, we were supposed to. That was the given.
Yeah.
And the riot had prompted that. Two reasons.
Okay.
Riot
So-
had prompted that. Otherwise, all the Hindus are supposed to go to India. All the Muslims are supposed to go to.
But did it? Was there any killing in Portugal?
Yes, not in Portugal perfectly. That is a very strange thing. But all the village around,
All the villages?
Portugal was Hindu dominated.
Yeah.
They could not do anything.
But-
They could not think of doing anything.
Okay.
But all the villages was dominated by the Muslims.
So were there
They
any
took
killings?
revenge of that. Yeah.
There were killings there.
But there was the anger amongst the Muslims because of the domination of the Hindus, which is understandable. But the religious thing played a big role. But otherwise, relation between Hindus and Muslims was not that bad. But the religion, I believe now, played a big role.
Okay. So how? Who did your sisters live with in Calcutta? With the boarding school?
No. In the boarding school, they eventually get admitted in the boarding school, Ramakrishna Mission,
Okay.
Shodisha. But first they lived with our cousins there.
Cousins in Calcutta.
Calcutta.
Okay. And so how did you used to go from Portugal to Calcutta?
Oh, that was a very, it calls back my memory. We used to go from Portugal by launch to Barishal.
Okay.
From Barishal, we call it, Portugal to Barishal we call it launch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Different launch and
Boat.
steamer.
It's a boat.
Not boat, launch.
Yeah,
Boat means wooden thing.
No. But it's okay.
It's the English thing is the but what you
Yeah.
you demarcate connotation of particular word in English is fine,
Yeah.
but we understand
Yeah,
our connotation is
yeah,
different.
yeah.
And from Barishal to Khulna, we don't call it launch boat, we call it steamer.
Steamer.
It's bigger,
Yeah.
bigger and better whatever.
Okay.
So overnight launch from Barishal to Khulna, and from Khulna, that was the broad gauge rail line
Yeah.
terminated there.
Yeah.
We boarded the train, very memorable memory.
Yeah.
Made memorable journey to take the train, directly goes to Calcutta.
Yes.
It crosses the border of Bonga and Benapur.
Yeah. Now from Portugal to Barishal, how long did it take?
It is very short. Nowadays, bus takes 2 hours. That time we used to get up 9 or 10 o'clock, reach there afternoon. So 10 to 6,
Yeah.
they took slow as ever.
Yeah. So almost 7-8 hour journey. at that
But
time.
now it covers by 2 hours.
2 hours.
bus.
But there is a ferry. There is still not
Ferry,
bridge.
ferry.
So, yeah. So and then
There
you
were
wait.
earlier, now there are 2 ferries, now it is 1 ferry only.
Arielka.
No, Arielka now. Now it is only one ferry near, near after the Borishal. Only one ferry remains.
Yeah. That's the.
And now I forget.
Kirtan Khola.
Kirtan Khola, ওটা কি Kirtan Khola
The Borishal. Yeah. And then the other.
Kirtan Khola is the river's name in Borishal.
Yeah. So then you used to wait at the river port to catch the Calcutta train, boat.
I still, my memory recks
But whatever, overnight, that one.
We used to come by launch from Portokali to Borishal. We reached Borishal by 6 o'clock roughly in that time. I used to go to the Adorsho Hindu hotel near the steamer ghat. I still remember. Telko, I shall not forget that. We used to have that dinner there before we board the steamer in Borishal for a journey to Khulna. So about 8, 9 o'clock in the night they start, and the morning 10 o'clock they reach
there. Okay.
Khulna.
And then you take the train.
Then it is steamer ghat to rail station, not very far.
No, right. So
and I still remember when I first came to the railway station, there was a tube oil.
Okay.
And when I lived in Borishal, it was so backward, you can say, or whatever. We didn't have any tube oil because we had a advanced municipal water delivered to us.
The truck, they delivered by
Not
truck?
by truck.
Oh.
That is what I tell you. Very advanced.
Okay.
Not by truck.
By piped water? Piped water?
Pipe water.
Oh, okay.
Pipe water, which is very, very unusual.
Yeah.
The city which didn't have electricity, the city which didn't have a wheel, car or rickshaw even, but they had, the British did that, they had this municipal water supply pipe.
Yeah.
And so drinking water, so I didn't see the tube oil at all.
Okay.
So when I first saw my tube oil in Khulna before I boarded that train.
But that was your first time you were also seeing trains, engines, and railroads.
The train, forget about that, I understand. But tube oil I didn't see, that is very strange.
Yeah.
I remember I asked somebody, can I drink water this? Then the guy whom I asked, he understood I am so coming from a backward place. He did not see the tube oil. And he was smiling at me telling, Koka, you can take it.
Okay. So the journey to Calcutta, journeyed from here by various river vessels, was it safe? Was it good for you?
No, we had no problem. Because everything was controlled by the Hindus.
Okay.
Even
but still they were fleeing though.
Fleeing,
still they're even they were controlling, but they're fleeing.
Yes.
So it was.
Control means only that anger in the village and the Muslim sentiment, Islamic sentiment. Actually, the role of Islam was the most important part in the bad relation of things. Maybe you're too young to know, but was it there for a long time, or it surfaced before partition, close to partition? I think the very call by the Muslim League that roused, and in the village the role of Maulavi was always to some extent there. They were always pulled back. Though when they go out of the village, they come across Hindus and they had no problem dealing with Hindus. But when they go to the mosque, they are taught opposite things, and that goes into that.
But the journey you took, who was your
security problem? No.
Was you going with your father, or
his father? Yes.
Oh, his father took it, and your mother stayed back, or mother was also coming?
Always me and my father, or me, my father and mother. And when father could not go, me, my mother, and my two younger sister, and had to go with somebody should escort.
So that's what I'm coming.
My father was not there. He was in Calcutta or somewhere. He had to be in Purusha. My father's friend took us there to Calcutta.
So there was an escort.
Yes, always.
So then at what stage, 51 and 52, why what made him that final move?
We were comparatively lower middle class or middle class. We are even the people who are well off, the first time, boom, they went right away. Or, and even the lower middle class who did not have the means as my father had, they also went because they wanted to go and they want to be in the with the Hindus ethos. You know.
Couldn't they fight back and stay?
And the people who didn't have a means, they stayed, and only very few Hindus had a fighting spirit, ideologically.
Why?
That we shall not go, it is my birthplace, why should I go? And they stayed to some extent. I remember that I came here, and there was a Hindu gentleman who was in half civil service or K.B. Rai Chaudhary, whom I came to know after coming to New York. He didn't opt for India, he opted for Pakistan because of birthplace. Eventually, being a Hindu and a civil service, the Muslim Pakistan government did not feel safe to keep him in East Pakistan. They moved him to West Pakistan. And I heard from him his work in Pakistan and worked with Sarawardi and all kinds of things. There are few exceptions.
I know. I met him personally. So how was the final transition?
But this is one person. Another is Shotin Sen, who it purely simply ideological reason. He did not move out of Budishal because even Prime Minister of Chief Minister of Bengal called him to come and give the ministry. He didn't come because of
there are few. Dhirendranath Dutta, who was the parliamentarian in United Bengal and was living in Calcutta, went back after partition to Pakistan, Kumilla, and from where he got even elected. And then, of course, 71, he was finally killed there.
What is
Dhirendranath Dutta, the gentleman who is the first proponent of Bangla to be the official language of Pakistan and Bangladesh, from Kumilla. So tell me about the final migration. How was it?
I don't exactly. I remember final migration was that time. My father did not come with us. My father's friend, Kartik Bokshi, came with us, and my mother, being my mother, ill-educated, and she had ornaments with her, and Kartik Bokshi don't take anything that will give, they will catch you, then on that ground they'll keep you all kinds of problems. But there was eventually he forced my mother to keep all the ornaments. I don't know what, there was an issue there. But eventually there was no disaster we came to. When the border crossed at Benaful and Bonga, there could have been some problem.
So what did they come to? Come to live where?
First of all, my father's nephew was in government office. He opted for India, and he was in government service in Calcutta, and he was a comparatively good position. He had a quarter.
Where did he live?
He, first of all, we went to, I'm trying to put sequence in my memory. Either in Belighata. We had a chance to live in the place, very famous. Belighata, the royal place or whatever, which was where Gandhi used to...
Birla House.
Birla House, whatever. Gandhi, before going to Nuwakali, he lived in there. The same house, royal house more or less. We lived there.
So it was a
short time.
It's a quarter. His quarter was it?
It is not.
Or was it occupied? Refugee
occupied?
It is
not occupied. It is a government palace, sort of palace.
So what happened to your
Then
property?
we came. It was a short stay there. From there we came to another cousin's house in Moulali, Calcutta.
Moulali, which is all central. Now, what happened to your property in
that was it was left to to be enjoyed by my. We didn't. Not everybody else didn't go. My cousin brother, my fathers had 4 brothers. 2 brothers, my father and the elder brother immediate, they moved to Calcutta. but the other brother, his eldest brother and youngest brother, both remained, stayed back in Borishal, and still they are there. But though youngest brother's son, some of the Calcutta, all kinds of things.
So though they stayed, but still some of their kids ended up later on in Calcutta. After 71 or before?
Before 70. Before 71, I think.
Okay. Before Bangladesh.
Yeah. After I don't.
Okay. But still there. So
my spirit still when I go to, I went to, after I came to 52, I came to India, Calcutta. I studied in Ramakrishna Mission. I finished the matriculation or higher secondary. 56, I went to Borishal. I remember that. 56 or 57, they are supposed to issue the pass visa.
Yeah.
So before the visa, I went to Borishal, and I had a memory of that very clearly.
How was it?
It was still Portugal was as before. I had a very good drive. Everybody was as before, but after that I did not go at all. 56 to 99. All these days I was in Calcutta, and East Pakistan and East Bengal was like a foreign place to us. I didn't go. Though our cousin brother was there, hardly. And then I came from Calcutta to Delhi, Bombay to Dubai to New York. I came here. That I'm on H1 visa. That time, then I married here again, and then I went with my wife to Malaysia via Bangladesh.
Okay.
That time I remember. That time I went to 1997. 97.
Right.
97 I went. So 56 to 97, this time I had no contact.
Okay. And you went and stayed with your cousin family?
Yes. And I went there, and there I met my senior Muslim, senior guy to us. He was, though Muslim, he was very culturally oriented, and he had a good relation with the Hindus. I met him. We just became like brothers.
Okay.
But since then I met Nanuda. In 97 I went. After that, Nanuda was living in Sweden, Stockholm, and
who is Nanuda?
My
your cousin.
No, Nanuda is a Muslim guy.
Oh, I see.
Culturally oriented Muslim guy who was more close with the Hindus than the Muslims.
Okay.
Very liberal-minded Muslims.
Okay.
So he was in Borishal, Portugal, but his daughter was living in Stockholm and Copenhagen also.
Okay.
So he used to go there.
Okay.
So I came back to New York and went to see Nanuda in Stockholm and Copenhagen.
Okay.
Since then, every time I go, I stay in Nanuda's place. He did not stay there, but house was there. So we used to stay their house. I have my relations' house. I didn't stay with them, but I stayed with him.
Wait, in Portugal?
Portugal.
Okay.
So relation was very close.
Okay. So,
but very, very rare. But this is not very common. But
so yeah. So so how was the new homestead, new place to live in Calcutta?
Well, first of all we stayed with my my cousin brothers who was government servant quarters in Beleghata. Then other cousins' house in Moulali. Then we went to another quarter by my cousin brothers in Khizirpur. From Khizirpur we bought a place in Ramgarh colony.
Okay.
Ramgarh colony means occupied colony.
Yeah, it's a Jabardakal. Yeah, it's a near
Jadavpur.
Yeah.
So that place now has become a golden mine as things as well.
Anybody lives there?
Well, I am the only brother. My four sisters.
Yeah.
They occupied my father's place, so I don't go there.
Okay. So they are there. They live there.
They live there and they occupied that time.
Oh, I see. Okay. So again, I asked you before that Hindus couldn't have fought back to stay there like the Muslims have done in West Bengal.
There was I do not know percentage of Hindus in Bangladesh moving to Calcutta, opposite psychosis of them to the psychosis of the Muslim in West Bengal going to Bangladesh was very diluted form.
Yeah, very negligible.
Now, first of all, they were among the Hindus in West Bengal. They did not feel the pull of going to Pakistan as
Why not?
we felt.
Why not? Because
Why
West
not?
Muslim League was quite strong in West Bengal
West
too.
Bengal, I don't know why, they consider themselves superior to the Muslims of East Bengal.
All right. So
That is what is happening now also. Even Bangladeshis whose ancestors came from West Bengal, there is a little bit difference between local Bangladeshi Muslims and West Bengal migrant Muslims. Kamal Hossain is one of them,
yeah,
and all the other
the very small, but they are all very upper elites.
upper elites.
Yeah, very small, but they are very upper elites.
I think I remember I read an article recently in Chikanar Bangladesh, Bengali, that one important Sahitik who wrote that our ancestors came from West Bengal and our mentality is different from local Muslim, which is very strange to admit.
Yeah. So I'm coming almost to the close. Did anybody benefit because of partition of Bengal? I'm focusing on Bengal. Is West Bengalis, East Bengalis, Hindus and Muslims, rich or poor? Anybody benefit because of partition of Bengal?
Benefit, if you have, yes, the Bangladeshi Muslims benefited out.
Benefited
Yes.
because of that?
Because of my abandoned property, I am trying to get in Bangladesh. Bangladesh government, Army government made a rule where they can do, but they made the law in such a way you cannot claim. If you are not living in Bangladesh, you cannot claim.
Yeah, but there many people are complaining even that if you live in Bangladesh you can still. But I don't want to go there. But anyway, so did you ever?
I made a complaint. I'm trying to fight. I already made a claim on my father's property there.
Okay.
But it is going to nowhere.
Let's see. Good luck. Now, were you ever discriminated in India because of your East Bengali?
No.
Okay.
That is another funny thing. And everything, basically, the intuition of tolerance among Hindus, it was so opposite of intolerance among the Muslims because of the religion, I think.
I guess all right. So when people ask you where are you from, what do you say? West Bengal or Bangladesh?
No, we call it
India or
Bengali.
Bangladesh?
Actually, whatever in West Bengal is still dominated by the people coming from East Bengal.
Okay.
But the West Bengali people do not complain about that. That is the one thing very unusual compared to the East Bengal.
Yeah. Now, Anna, at the end, is there anything you want to add that I didn't ask you?
Well, I have changed myself after. When I was there, I had one mentality, but now I had an opposite mentality. I considered that I thought the Hindus used to tell that Muslim religion is bad, teaches wrong things. And I used to think, no, there is a Muslim around me, I don't see they are wrong or anything. So it is the wrong thing that Muslim religion teaches wrong thing. No religion. Because our religion, Hindu, does not teach you hatred for other religion. So I was grown in that. We didn't go to the mosque, we didn't go to the church. So we didn't grow the hatred for anybody who is not a Hindu. But that is not true. So then when I went to Calcutta, I was supporting because Muslims in West Bengal was not a socially very high honor in such situation. So I used to consider themselves downtrodden. So I used to support them. And then I thought there is nothing wrong in being Muslim, etc. But that idea of mine had changed after coming to Dubai. That changed after knowing what Islam is. Not that I had a very wrong experience in Dubai, but by seeing the law of Dubai, which according to law, the value of a life of a Muslim is double than the value of a life of a non-Muslim.
But on the
That
other hand,
prompted me.
that on the other hand, Dubai is one of the most liberal.
Oh yeah, that is a liberal. And if the liberal is that, then what is that to be a non-liberal Saudi Arabia? I don't know. So
Or Pakistan.
that turned me upside down.
Yeah.
That is the main thing I want to add.
Okay. Thank you very much.